To preserve her youth, she bathed in the blood of young girls, murdering 650 within 3 years. Elizabeth was history's most notorious female vampire. One day, in a foul mood, she hurled a comb at her maid. The maid's blood splattered onto her face. As she wiped the blood from her face in the mirror, she was astonished to find that the skin touched by the blood became smooth. Even her wrinkles vanished. Elizabeth believed the blood of young girls could restore her youth. She began collecting the bandages used to dress the maid's wounds, to wipe her face. To keep the maids bleeding, she would deepen their wounds. When the wounds healed after a while, she would bind them up, cut their arms, and draw blood daily. At first, Elizabeth merely used the blood to wipe her face. Gradually, she began washing her hands and bathing in it. The girls were drained quickly, yet the true murders had only just begun. Elizabeth pursued eternal youth and beauty with a madness that demanded ever greater quantities of blood. She required 10 girls to be killed each month, even inventing a machine to extract blood. Deaths multiplied within the castle walls, their corpses discarded in the wilderness for wolves to devour. As days passed, Elizabeth noticed wrinkles still forming on her skin. Convinced the handmaid's bloodline lacked sufficient nobility to sustain the effect, she turned her attention to noble girls. One day, her servants brought in a woman. Elizabeth recognized her as the wife of her former husband, Tursot. She had never harmed a married woman before, yet that day she personally disposed of her ex-husband's wife. Hundreds of murders near the castle inevitably drew the king's attention. If Elizabeth's crimes could be proven, her entire fortune would be confiscated for the treasury. He ordered Toulouse to investigate. Elizabeth stood at the window, spotting Toulouse's figure in the distance. She still loved him deeply. She hurriedly changed into a white gown and prepared a lavish dinner for him. As they reminisced about the past, Elizabeth learned that the breakup letter had been forged by the old count, impersonating Tursot. Believing herself abandoned, Elizabeth had once contemplated revenge. Yet upon seeing her former lover again, all resentment vanished. With the misunderstanding clear, their old passion reignited. Torsen could not believe Elizabeth was the cold-blooded murderess. He slipped away in the dead of night to search for evidence and discovered a pile of rotting corpses in the cellar. Faced with this evidence, Tursot could no longer shield Elizabeth. She was sentenced to life imprisonment. Unable to bear the humiliation of her situation, Elizabeth bit through her wrist and took her own life. After her death, she was thrown into a pit by her servants and buried. No one mourned her passing.